Hey, what is up here, guys? James Circle here with a stupid name on my screen again. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to talk about this patch as quickly as I can and try to avoid ranting as much as I can because sometimes my brain just goes off and I can't stop it. First things first, this is just my personal opinions from playing the game for since near release at this point, honestly. First things first, Decisive Strike needed a buff. It's stupid that you could tunnel someone out while running two of the strongest slowdowns in the entire game. We're just going over the good things. That's one of the only two good things in this entire patch. The only other good thing is that, hey, guys, did you know that you can head on Victor finally when they tried to fix the twins, but ended up breaking them more in every other way possible? I sure am glad that I can head on the killer that can down me in 2 seconds still. That's super fun. Um, that's it. They just fixed a bug and DS got buffed. That's the only good thing from these patch notes. 3 years, by the way. Behavior is I, whoever their lead balance director is, I seriously think he needs to be placed in a different department, and someone else needs to take the reign. That's just my opinion. Because whoever that guy is a fucking moron. I'm gonna say this in the best way possible. Killer is still really easy. It's just now it's annoying. Like okay, let me learn out this. Okay, you can still win as killer even though if you're eating every DS, it's just really fucking annoying now, and sometimes DS will cost you the game. But you know what's funny though? You don't have to pick up the survivor right away. You can leave them on the floor and fuck off, and if they get picked up, sure, you're still spreading pressure. Holy fuck, killer players, you had to use your brain, you know? Like that's all I've been asking for with Killer. DS makes the game feel a little bit more bearable. But now the only other issue is that when I'm playing Survivor, I get teammates with like 400 fucking hours who have their thumb up their ass. Like I had a David running no mither and we got treatment theater. It was a plague, so they had a heartbeat. We got rid of their plaything totem so they could maybe do something. And because they were dead hooked, they just sat upstairs in that fucking room for while we did the rest of the fucking match. And it was so painful. What happened next? Oh, cool. We get like we get an Oni. Well, I'm looping him at Shack. It's like the most busted Shack setup I've seen on fucking Borgo in forever. There's like a giant long L by Shack window. Shouldn't spawn because that is complete bullshit. But you know what's funny? Because Dumbrod can't do a fucking Jin, and I had one of my friends was there, and they had on him, making the chase last longer. We should have at least got the 3 gens, like before that chase even ended. But because he would not do a Jin, we got 1 Jin done. He finally got it down. Pain res, pop, and then the killer can snowball because it's Oni. It's the whole purpose of that killer. The counterplay to Oni is to do the gens and get out. Thank God that you can run perks to just completely invalidate that. I mean, literally, he gets stronger as the match goes on, even more so than any other fucking killer because one injured and there's blood everywhere, and you can just become an instant down killer. The other only counterplay is to just hide. Man, it sure is glad that he had an ultimate weapon to prevent that. You get what I'm saying here? Like, that's just perks. Perks are supposed to make things better for you. Perks shouldn't fucking single-handedly win you the fucking game half the time, though. Like Jesus. There's no reason like don't get me wrong, like I looped him for 5 gens. Any smart killer with a brain would just leave the fucking loop. Thank God MMR is perfect though, and I get teammates who don't know how to do gens. Other than that, Skull Merchant still exists. Other than that, fucking Chucky could still scamper under pallets and get guaranteed hits. Even Wesker, who can do the same thing, can't do that to the degree as fucking stupid Chucky. Huntress has a pay-to-win skin, enjoying not being able to hear her. Billy's still a fucking boring zoning killer, even more so than back before he had Tinker and fucking Thompson mix and everything, and carbureting tuning guide, and he used to be stupid. But they just basically gave him that base kit that can just happen while you're in a chase now, so it feels incredibly unfun to go against. I love making a loop only for him to suddenly get a power to make a curve on me. And he gets it right as the gen hits 99. Oh, and sure is glad that there's low pro chain, so I can't just breed up the pallet either, or he gets a hit too. Nurse is stupid, and then we keep buffing killers to just be unfun to go against. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't need every killer to be the nurse or Billy, you know? Like, when they released Old Freddy, they said, our goal isn't to make every killer as strong, but here we are doing that for some reason. Um, and it's not even because killers are strong. Like, Chucky by himself, just do gens. Well, pop pain res. The unknown, he can set up a bunch of teleports. Man, well, I mean, hey, but you can still run at his bubble. You can get rid of the teleports, counterplay. Get hit, but even though you played the pet loop correctly, dumbass. Still more. I still think Knight has proper counterplay. You just need to loop in a better position. You're still gonna get a guaranteed hit, but it isn't as bullshit as Skull Merchant, Unknown, and Chucky. Hope your team was putting fucking turrets on the map, forehead. If not, go next because they probably have top pain res. So if no one can keep you in a chase, you win the game. Fucking, I don't understand why he gets so much hate. He is by far the easiest killer to play against in the entire fucking game. He is incredibly weak. Just leave the loop, forehead. Grab tape, hold it, forehead. Thank God I have slowdown though. Like literally, that's just like all of these killers. We all run the same two add-ons every match, and probably pop or pain res, but never both because our ego is too high. Like that's killer in a nutshell. Survivor though, the only like I said, now it isn't like Survivor doesn't have its stupidest things too, which haven't been touched either. Like yeah, I want pop pain res touch too, but in return, we need to get rid of for the people buckle up, and maybe a slight nerf on background player. I say a slight nerf because again, it it's really hard because if you gut well, I don't know actually. Background player just like makes something you can already do incredibly. Yeah, no, just you could gut background player and be fine. But like right now you can't because the meta is literally just you either run this right here when you're by yourself or when you're playing with friends if you want to win a lot more, which I don't. I just want to fucking play the game for fun. That's the worst part. This isn't me just saying all this to win. It's just hey, um if you want to win a lot of Survivor, just run for the people, buckle up, and background player, and just I'm going down on a pallet in this area here, and then you have a buddy come over there and babysit you, and then two people can do gens all match, and it's just really not fun. So that's it. But you know what? Both sides currently have to have this, or both sides become basically unplayable. So who knows? Maybe one day Behavior will stop taking a massive dog shit all over their game. I mean, we've had 3 patches that have been the most terrible, most out-of-touch patches that Behavior's ever had. Because if you nerf for the people buckle up, right, those kill rates are going to skyrocket, brother. You fucking, like, you even touch, like, certain perks, those kill rates are going through the roof, bro. Seriously, I'd love to know where they get these metrics and shit. Because, like, look, man, also, you know what would help too? Like, if we maybe fixed MMR to not give me a 400-hour fucking no mither David who won't do gens for 3 fucking gens, you know? So, I mean, if behavior was smart and they fixed MMR, maybe that should be the next thing to do, is fix MMR to not be so dog shit that I, with a 6,000, 4,000 fucking hours, maybe, on my Steam. I played on console a lot too. I had like 200, like 100 Moris on my Billy before I quit. If we fucking sit here and fixed MMR to where you weren't getting baby survivors all the fucking time, and survivor players weren't total ass, because we had a guy who was never been hooked, would not go for save though, even though everyone else was injured. And when we asked him why, he said, I was max blood points. Why should I? Because if the Huntress didn't fuck up a hatchet, you would have lost the game too, buddy. So that's the current state. I mean, Swift is incredibly strong. Yes, it is the strongest thing in the game, but You're not seeing that every time, whether you want to admit that or not. Sometimes you just lose the game because, bad map RNG is usually the cause, but sometimes you just absolutely fumble the bag. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. Hopefully behavior does more shit. I'm so sick of just behavior constantly taking the biggest dump on their own game. Um, New game mode comes out. I'm gonna stream it on Twitch. If you would like to see that, just follow me on Twitch. Links to me in below. I'm just going to play for fun and maybe go for chases. I don't know. It really depends. It'll be really nice to play a game to where 4 slowdowns in the match the entire time.